Welcome back, everyone. I'm Andre Navarro of Ocean Earth Green, and welcome back to Baja Adventures Day 5, exploring and diving Arbolitos Cove on the Punta Banda Peninsula. Arbolitos Cove, also known as Camp Kennedy, is a little-known campsite with a fishing boat launch right around the peninsula from the Bufadora. There are lots of reefs, caves, and little islands to explore in this area. In this episode, we're going to focus on the shore reefs. But first, we're passing through famous Ensenada on our way to the Punta Banda Peninsula, where we're going to quickly visit the Ensenada Harbor, fish market, and street seafood restaurants. Let's take a look. There is so much to see and do within the Ensenada Harbor. Walking along the harbor for the sights and sounds of Ensenada, getting a snack at one of the many seafood restaurants, and checking out all the fresh seafood at the open-air seafood market. My favorite, getting the now world-famous Ensenada-style fish tacos. You can get close and almost as good versions from other locations, but there's nothing like the originals. And there are plenty of colorful open-air restaurants to choose from with constant live music. Now it's time to get back on the road and headed to the Punta Banda Peninsula. And here's how you get to our destination. On the road to the Bufadora, a half mile after passing La Jolla Beach Camp, you'll see a dirt turnoff into the hills. There's a sign on the left for Camp Zeppelin and a sign on the right for Arbolitos Cove. They both refer to the same initial starting road, which looks like we're driving up a dirt alley. At the top, the street bends to the right and your view opens up to where you're headed. That's right, to the top of those hills and back down again on the other side. At about halfway up the hill, you'll come to the first turnoff. Go right, where the white sign is pointing to Camp Zeppelin. As the high, gorgeous ocean views continue, we're almost at the top. Diving Arbolitos Cove isn't just about the dive, it's equally about the adventure getting there. Once you see this large trellis with Bartho Zeppelin in white, you're almost there, with one last turn to make. Go down the road on the left. Unfortunately, there's no sign here saying Arbolitos Cove. Now you're at the top of the Punta Banda Peninsula. All that's left is a quick ride down with beautiful views. But if you can fly, there's an even better view to be seen. Here's a bird's eye view of Camp Zeppelin on the right, and our destination, Arbolitos Cove, aka Camp Kennedy, on the left. Now let's get down this dirt road and into the water. be diving the intersection of Arbolitos Cove, those reefs right off the point. And this will be our entry today from that rocky shore below. First, we gotta get down these steps. I've never been here before, so I don't know what to expect. I've been to Puerto Zeppelin, which is to the north and overran by purple sea urchins. So I'm hoping this area still has a lot of ocean life still left. From here, we're gonna enter from the rocky shore, paddle out over the rocks to those close reefs to the point and explore the ocean life. Now it's time to get below the surface. As you can see, the water was extremely murky and extremely cold. The water was tinted an unnatural green and most likely in an algae bloom. However, there were still many treasures to be found here. It also gets deep very fast. So let's take a quick ride down to the bottom and see the terrain and then get to the cool ocean life. Once at the bottom of the reefs right offshore, you can barely see the light from above. It's around 20 feet deep here and not much to see as the purple sea urchins have munched through most of the kelp and algae below. However, towards the surface, there is still kelp and life. What makes this area awesome is the variety of colorful starfish and sea snails. I hope this adventure has been entertaining so far. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And please show your appreciation by giving the video a like. Here's some beautifully scenic views from the air as we're about to dive back into all the colorful and unique sea stars and sea snails. Hiding in the kelp a foot below the surface is a highly camouflaged sculpin. As it blends in perfectly with the kelp and rocks, it's very hard to spot. Now let's head over to the colorful and thriving sea stars, which we'll find right in the middle of all these extra large mussels. Mostly shades of purple and orange, these ochre sea stars are extremely large here. Probably because of all the easily available food as they slowly pry these mussels open. It's also hard to get a steady shot near the surface due to the constant waves and current. Now let's go check out some smaller species of sea stars that look like art. just circled a very large marine sponge, we're headed towards the bottom to view the next species of sea stars, as that's where they are mostly found deeper. And this brings us to our first bat sea star. Bat sea stars come in an awesome array of colors and patterns. Some even look like little paintings. The bat sea star gets its name from the webbing between its arms, which is said to resemble a bat's wings. It has a visual sensor at the end of each arm that can detect light and prey. The bat sea star is an omnivore, eating both plants and animals, alive or dead. Now let's move on to some cool marine snails that you usually just see their pretty shells being sold. The first is a keyhole limpet, which is a marine gastropod mollusk, or commonly known as a sea snail. Next is a calyx whelk sea snail, with its cool spiral castle-like shell. Moving right along, we have some beautiful chestnut cowrie sea snails, with their smooth and super shiny brown and white shell. And next to one of the chestnut cowries is a giant green sea anemone, of which there are several in this area. And last, we have two more keyhole limpets below the swaying kelp. It's towards the evening now, and the waves and current have become much rougher. As I was busy exploring the shallower reefs, I was slowly being sucked towards a shore cave over a shallow reef of sharp mussels. Sometimes I just get caught up admiring the sea life. Today was an awesome long day. Check back soon for day 6 of Baja Adventures as we dive the islands and explore the sea caves of Arbolitos Cove. I hope this experience has been helpful and entertaining, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments. Please give this video a like and share with those interested in visiting or diving Arbolitos Cove.